Michael, single, what's up, guys? What's happening? Hey, guys! Lovely to see you. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late today. Nothing fixes computer issues than a good old restart. Restart everything. Yes, no sound into the stream rig. That was like, oh, what's going on? It was fine 10 minutes ago. Go live, no sound. How's everybody doing? You guys good? Had a lovely weekend? Zero, nice to see you, buddy. Oh, Garcia, hello. Almighty Pig War over on Twitch as well. Twitch crew is coming through strong already. I've got a couple of things today, a couple of big announcements. But we'll give everybody a couple of moments to join. One thing that's really already bothering me a lot. I did some gardening yesterday, okay? It's my once a year gardening, right? And I haven't played since, okay? And I just went to play and I realized right in the tippity tip of my third finger, there's like a little, what we would call, hey Joel, nice to see you here. A little spelk, a little something. So I'm either going to have to play it out and just wear whatever's just been pushed into there down. Oh, you got Almighty, oh, whoa, hey, he's got some new Devin Townsend SIG pictures, pickups even. Very cool. Joel, welcome. Love doing what I do for work when I'm off. I like that. I like it. So I'm going to play a couple of minutes here. And then, like I said, we've got a couple of big things to show you today. It's going to be exciting. And if you're just tuning in, if you're watching on Facebook, please give this video a thumbs up. Give it a share. Get some other guitar geeks in here. Let's make it happen today. So, computer issue. Oh, mate, yes. Well, I know that feeling, right? Absolutely computer issues. That's stinging a little bit. Alright, we're going to use just the first finger for a few minutes here, whilst the third settles down, okay? Just the first finger. Just the first finger. All right. All right, we'll turn the backing track down. In fact, I think that will be the last we use that track. That was actually a track by Sunglasses Kid. He sent it to me a couple of months back, and we were using it on Shred Club. So we'll just be riffing for a little while. Man. Okay, so listen here. Installed moderns. Oh, nice. The moderns are great. Very, very good. The first pickups I tried was the moderns. Very, very cool. So everybody's pimping themselves out with new pickups. Enjoying those Devin Townsends. I think the Devin set is the only set that I might have not heard. So, oof. Any word? What's this, Joe? Let me read this properly. Any word if we can get more single pickups aside from just classics? Ah, okay, gotcha. I don't really deal with the Fishman release cycle, but I can imagine if there's a demand for it, obviously they'll make it happen. Yeah, Michael, I must check them out. Devon's an amazing musician. He's a really cool guy. I've met him a number of times across the years, and we've had some interesting hangouts. One of the more rememberable ones. Hey Benson, thanks for joining us today. A couple of years back at NAMM, for some reason, me and Devon, we were holding hands while skipping through the NAMM show. It was a very surreal, bizarre moment, but fun. Hello, it is afternoon. It's late afternoon. Yeah, it's late afternoon here. I've just shot a video yesterday, and whilst this guitar was out, not this guitar, another guitar, and it's a guitar that I've never really used on streams before, and whilst it was out, I wanted to kind of show it to you guys, and yeah, I can imagine, right? Just spontaneous. I mean, I've got to say, I put my hand out, and he accepted it. So who did the initial, and who did the skipping initiation? I don't know. Yeah, but it was fun. Hey, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well. So today, I've got a little something to show you. This is one of the 3 flame guitars that Steve Vai owned. This one he gave for a birthday. I was just trying to think if it was a 12th or 13th birthday. Probably my 12th birthday. We're gonna fire this up and check it out in a little bit as well. So this is one of the original flame guitars from back in the 90s. Crazy guitar. We'll plug it in a little bit. It's 9:30 there. Oh, nice, Michael. You've got the day ahead of you. Get that coffee going. And it's a great guitar. Really cool. And we're gonna fire that up. In fact, let's put it in the background. There we go. We'll put it right here. There we go. Exactly where I'm blocking it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we can see that. We can see it. Yeah, that's the right one. Will I be at Summer NAMM this year? No. Everything is still too crazy. I don't, I would really like to go to NAMM. I'm not even thinking about winter NAMM, to be honest, this year. I'm like, a lot of the brands that I work with, a lot of them are like, not sure. So, and also California, it's like, looks like it's going through some crazy stuff down there, so I'm not quite sure. We'll see. So, a couple of things. One is we'll fire this up. We'll do some playing. This guitar is my Zeus. One of my favorite Kiesels that I've got, actually. I mean, this guitar it's got a soft spot. I've got a soft spot for it. Really love this one. This got the Fishman Fluence Tosin Abasi set. 5-way super switch. Push pulls are actually reversed on this one. It's a little hack that I like to do, but the Fishman Fluence give you that flexibility. Oh, you're gonna go to Bloodstock? That'll be cool. Yeah, zeroed. Yeah. Welcome, Jam Poops. Zeroed. Yeah, the purple Zeus. Okay, I've got a little exclusive. It's not announced. You'll go on any of my socials, YouTube, Instagram. It's totally not announced anywhere yet. But today, later on today, but the site and everything is live. I just haven't announced it yet. We're doing an exclusive 90% off on a brand new School of McRock course that we've just launched. It's called Guitar Techniques 101. There's a full explanation about this on McRocklin.com/sale. There's a video about it, what's included. But it's a bunch of really killer lessons, from hybrid picking, alternate picking, sweeping. There's a lot of stuff. There's 52 HD videos included in this 7-course series, and the deal is crazy, like $2.99 down to $29. So it's all going to go down very soon. We haven't announced any of it, but there is a little heads up, an early heads up for you since I'm live right now and everything's just gone live. So that's McRocklin.com/sale. Okay, you won't find them and anywhere else. No, we are not going to play Mr. Crowley because I don't know Mr. Crowley. No, I know lots of Aussie stuff, but so no. Oh, you got some lag? Oh. What's your lag? What is the issue? I don't think it shouldn't be at my end. Hopefully everything's running okay. I'll give you a little crazy train. Etc. No lag there. Okay. Yeah. You're an Aussie fan. I mean, Aussie's great. Aussie was the first big gig that I ever did. I opened up for Aussie when I was like 8 years old, and it was totally unexpected. I just went there to like play for Aussie, and somehow it turned into, hey, open up the show for us tonight. I was like, okay, that was fun. Yeah. Oh man, I haven't played much of the Zeus recently. I've got to say, it's just that home comfort. The finger is definitely stinging. That'll take a day or so to kind of work its way out. But yeah, Zeus Acoustic, the regular Zeus is really cool. Frozen vegetables, that sounds, yeah, something cold. I guess that would probably help. I think the more I'm playing, it's kind of playing it out. It's pushing whatever it is, it's pushing it further and further away, so. All right, so the course is all about techniques. It's, like I said, it's covering alternate picking, sweep picking, hybrid picking, tapping. It's like quite a lot of stuff in there. But if there's any techniques that you want to talk about today, I might skip my third finger a little bit. But let me know. Let me know if there's any particular technique that you've struggled with or you're interested in learning a little more about. Fire it into the chat. Fire it into the chat and let's discuss that. Sounds, by the way, today. That is the my Kali preset by Neural DSP, and it's using an Apex preamp. I love that drive. Actually, I just swapped it out from the Rev G3 pedal, which was also really good. And I was like, gonna try the Apex preamp, one of my all-time favorites, and it's like, it's still there a week later. Really good. Hey Sonny, welcome. Nice of you to join today. Good to see you. Gotta turn my compression up because this is very mild compression. I normally have a lot of compression, so get this. Let's get that Bogner Harlow cranked a little bit. Try something a little bit gentle. Get our fingers just going a little bit. Legato is also included in the course. Just doing some legato there. Even go a little bit more compression. I love a lot of those chords when you really kind of get the gain on, like chords that have dissonance in them. Like that by itself doesn't sound so good, but this one, and that's kind of like the opening sequence. In fact, it is the opening sequence for a track called Gravity. Gravity? So, fun stuff. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, the distance stuff, it's like it's got to be the right gain sound. If you have too much distortion, even my secondary overdrive sound, it's a little bit more saturated because it has a little bit more kind of bite to it. So it's kind of more designed to sort of cut through a little bit more, I guess. Yeah. Let's try Gravity. I haven't tried this track in a little while. See what we can do with it. mean, P bass, I mean, that would be good. Bass is not so much my area, but I tell you what, I have a couple of basses, and I would love to get some Fishman fluence. J bass style would be cool, right? I don't know. Ah, I thought I recognized the face, mate. How you doing, Phil? I'm really in the mood of outside notes. I keep playing and bending from A sharp, even though this track is in A minor. I don't know why I've got that mood on today, so like a lot of the time. Which means if we let go of that bend, we have to be very, very careful. And kind of disguise it with some chromatics. Now I can tell you the finger, it's still tingling because I've got something stuck in the end of it, probably from some gardening yesterday. But it's getting a little bit better. I'm getting a little bit better. Can't find the sale, buddy. That is McRocklin.com/sale. It should be live right now. I haven't announced it, so literally you guys will be the first to know about it. 90% off the brand new course. It's an introductory offer and it's live. It's up there. Let me just check it. McRocklin.com. I'll check it in the background here on the machine behind us. So /sale. Check. Typo. Yep. That forwards you right away to that page. If you can see that, that's the page that you're looking at. $299 down to $29 for this course. And there's a couple of other killer deals on there as well. The back and track collection, $199 down to $9. So all introductory and special offers. We haven't announced it anywhere yet, so it's just a heads up for you guys that are here right now. Go and grab it whilst you can. But yeah, McRocklin.com/sale. That should just be working. I've just done it. You know, Glenn, that actually wasn't. That was a mixture of the Cali, which I love, but I use the Cali to give my overdrive pedals rather, a good platform amp, because it's actually a really difficult thing. Like if you buy a certain head or a certain combo and then you take your favorite overdrive pedal, a lot of the time it just sounds absolutely like garbage. Basically, it's just you can't get it to play ball, and there's a reason, you know, why guys like Tosin and stuff like that, they use certain platform amps that are known to take pedals really well. So when he's using things like the Pathos or the Friedman BOD, Precision Drive and stuff like that, this is all going into amps that are known to take pedals really, really well. But some amps, they just don't do that. So the Cali I've got dialed in specifically to take pedals really well. So, oh yeah, how's the family? But more importantly, what's that flame guitar? Yeah, I just did a YouTube video. That's one of the 3 flame guitars that Steve I had. And there's a new YouTube video going out, which is the history of this guitar. the reason behind Steve giving it to me. It's a kind of bit of a story with a bunch of other cool stuff in it as well. So I think that video is going to go live around about 8 p.m. or so. So yeah, that's going to be a fun one. So just getting back to Glenn's question, the Gojira is a great plugin. It's actually I say this every time. Oh, sorry, wrong highlight. There we go. Every time Neural releases a new plugin, I was like, oh, this is my new favorite. Very, very good. And they've got some very, very cool stuff coming out soon as well. Really, really cool. So they're just going like absolutely nuts. I should zip it more now. So yeah, on the Flame, we'll actually plug it in. Let's plug it in about 5-10 minutes. We'll get it going. Sounds good. It's a really exciting guitar to play. The access is just crazy because it's all scooped away. It's just flames. So yeah, it's funny because the other night on Twitch, I had it like laid here, so we had it top down. This is my desk with everything you've seen. That's obviously unshot. And I had the guitar here. We were restringing it, and I was like really a bit apprehensive about restringing it at first. But we got through it. It works really, really good. So. I want the backing tracks, volume 1 bundle. Yeah. I want the backing tracks, volume 1 bundle. How long is the sale for? Yeah, it'll be on today. I mean, it'll be on for like a few days, a number of days, you know. So you'll be totally fine. The prices of that course is obscene though. So even if you're like, on the fence, it's good. It's a great deal. Check out the promo. There's a promo video for it on that page. Gives you a little bit more about it. And also later on when the YouTube video goes up, that'll have even more about it. So then you know exactly what you're getting. But it's essentially 7 very specific sort of lessons that all go together really, really well. And so hence Guitar Techniques 101 covers tapping, alternate picking, slant picking, sweeping, legato, hybrid picking. Did I say that already? So yeah, there we go. In fact, since we've been live, I can see there's a number of you been jumping on the deal, grabbing it. So there we go. I'm feeling my watch go zzz, zzz, zzz. See the Selfie Storm. So thank you guys. It really is. I think it's a great course, you know, if you're at a beginner stage, because a lot of the lessons, they're not just like going straight to the crazy stuff. They kind of gradually ramp up things into things. So like tapping, for example, we'll start right at the basics. You know, what's the best positioning for your hand to get leverage? What's the different ways of tapping? How do we deal with the plectrum? All these things, but then it ramps up, you know, after we go through some easy patterns and exercises to get your finger strength. By the end of the lesson, we're doing like crazy things, you know, octave tapping, advanced patterns, and so much more. And a lot of the lessons in the course are that sort of approach. So even if you've never tried hybrid picking ever, but you've seen certain guitarists use it all the time. Heck, even like until about a year ago, I wasn't really using hybrid picking, but now I love using hybrid picking. Oh, thank you, Dan. Very appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, even the hybrid picking one, if you've never tried the technique before, suddenly it's like your guitar vocabulary braces just like jumps up massively. The type of licks that you can approach, it's like crazy. And the technique is not that difficult to nail, and the lesson kind of goes through everything, all the basics. And there's all that stuff. What's octave tapping? Oh, Phil, I can't show you octave tapping. What's octave tapping? Now, actually, of course I can. So in a very basic form, octave tapping, it would be like, let's say, for example, we're gonna octave tap A minor. Hey, let's say we're gonna do that over the track. See, we're tapping an octave. So you could do lots of things. So that's kind of like octave tapping at its basic form. It's really, really fun, and it's not that difficult to nail as well. So yeah, it's fun. But enjoy the course, guys. And there's a crazy deal on the backing tracks as well. So if you want to put all those new techniques to good use, you can check that out as well. I said we'd fire up this legendary Steve Vai gifted guitar. So let's grab it real quick. So I don't want to give too much away about the YouTube video, because that is going live, and that's got the full story about this guitar, the history of it, how I came to own it, and all that stuff. You got the course. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're very welcome. Enjoy it. If you have any questions, give me a shout on Discord anytime. You can get easily to the Discord just by going McRocklin.com/Discord. I'm there all the time, so if you've got any questions, in fact, I'm there, but there's a hell of a lot of really, really great, friendly as hell guitarists there as well. So a fantastic guitar community. So, and of course it's free. So that's McRocklin.com/Discord. That'll take you there. So yeah, this is the one of the 3 flame guitars that Steve Vai had. Probably, I guess, from a period of mid to late 80s to early 90s. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away about the YouTube video, so let's just plug it in, have a play with it, see how it sounds, eh? Now, despite it being aggressively pointy, when you put it down on your knee, then it's actually really, really comfortable as well. Probably even in the classical position like that. And it's really, really interesting to play, because when you get up high, it doesn't end. It's like it keeps going. The notifications are coming through. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so when you get up high, it feels a little unusual, because like normally you have something that kind of stops you going, where this guitar, you just can keep going, you know? Also, the neck on this guitar, I really, really like it. Bear in mind that it hasn't been to my guitar tech, and it hasn't been set up, because to be honest, I wouldn't really want it to be like cleaned up, you know? Steve's, I don't know how many hours he's put into this guitar, but when you see the back of the neck, it's like heavily played. You know, and I wouldn't want to kind of have like all of this stuff cleaned up. You know, this is like Vai's time invested in playing this guitar. It's got his character all over it, right? So, you know, a restring, that's okay, but like everything else is exactly how Steve had it back in the day. Thin neck though. The only guitar that I've played that's as thin as this is the blue Ibanez that I have. Really, really thin neck. You can tell like this wasn't a... You can tell it wasn't like an off-the-shelf Gem or RG neck. It's like there's some manual work gone into this, you know. It's quite a unique shape. It's very flat at the back, thinner than a sort of early Wizard neck, if that makes sense. But I love it. It's an amazing feeling neck. I really like thin neck, so it works well for me. I don't know if he did, Phil. Perhaps, but when I first found it, it was in his guitar vault. And again, there's a full story about all of this that's going to be live on my YouTube channel in about an hour or so. So I don't want to spoil it too much because it's quite a fun story. and the whole thing, how it all unfolded and stuff like that. But so yeah, that's on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna probably make that live at about 7 p.m. so 1 hour from now. But yeah, I think it sounds great. It's funny, the last time I used this guitar a couple of years back for my early attempt at a YouTube video, back when I couldn't even, everything was trash, you know. I couldn't even look at a camera and talk. I couldn't even work a camera. So all the early YouTube stuff is absolute trash. But and very cringy, hideous cringe. So I always, like, as I got more confident, at least doing videos. I'm still not, like, you know, that great at them, but like at least now I can look at a camera and actually say a few words. So ever since that video went up, it was in the back of my mind that I have to do a sort of a new version of that video, because yeah, it's terrible, it's awful. Oh, oh, thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. But yeah, somebody tagged me in one of the old videos, and it's like, because we were talking about it on Twitch the other night, and I was like, I feel like just making them all private and just removing them. But it's like, you know, I can see the humor and the funny side of things. Like, dreadful videos, dreadful. Man, how are you, Lisa? Are you doing well? Nice to see you here. Damn. But yeah, this guitar does sound it sounds pretty damn heavy, actually, considering that it's very light and there's not actually there's not a huge amount of body here, really. It's like mostly carved away. Clean sounds. I wonder how it sounds, actually. I mean, this is a very compressed pitch delay sort of thing. And that's all you're going to get from it, because it is just one humbucker. No splits, no push-pulls, nothing. Just one really old school pickup. And that's all. But really, really cool. Like I say, the full video will be on YouTube soon. And enjoy it. Hopefully it'll be better than the last one that I did. Alright, guys, I am caught up. Nice, Jamie. Nice one, Jamie. Did you say 7 p.m.? Watching it loudspeakers, Thomas. So there is some good shred bits in there. Now, because of the flow of the video, I actually have about 6 different shred sections that didn't make their way to the video. So I might do something like just put those shred clips on Instagram or something like that. I always get like a little bit disappointed, because the way I usually shoot videos these days is I do all the playing bits, unless it's like a run through, you know. Obviously the new stuff that we're doing now, it's a lot of hands-on quad cortex stuff. We've just did a video with this amazing Dover Amplifications Overdrive. That thing is crazy good. So we have this kind of new type of content that we're doing now. And that is, you know, you kind of go with the flow. You're plugging stuff in, you're turning stuff, and you're playing, and you're kind of reacting to it. But these story type of videos, where I know it's like, yeah, it's like they kind of mentally take that toll on you, because, you know, you kind of, well, for me, I have to go back to like the 90s and think really hard about the details, the way events unfolded, and just make sure that I'm not missing too much out. So a lot of the time, the way I shoot those videos is I record a bunch of shred licks, some clean stuff, you know, different types of playing that I sort of chop into the talking sections at different sort of end break points, you know, where All right, we'll move on to another point about the guitar and stuff like that. So a lot of those type of videos, I end up with like lots of extra clips at the end of the video unused that didn't make their way to the final thing. But you know, yeah. But I'll try and put those separately on Instagram. But yeah, there's plenty. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's octave shred, there's sort of riff shred, there's high gain shred, there's some cleans, you know. There's plenty of shred in this video. It's like a 12-13 minute video. So there is plenty of that. So yeah, thanks. Appreciate you kind of looking out for Jamie. It'll be about an hour or so from now. Yeah. Thank you, mate. So I am caught up on the chat. If you have any questions at all, let me know. Just fire them in, and I might kind of gear up another track to play through. The finger's starting to feel, compared to when I first picked up the guitar earlier, I tell you, it's a lot better. Oh, I think we've almost played it out. It's a little bit there. I'll have to check Joey out. If you're ever on Discord, message me, ideally like Spotify or Apple Music, or a link that I can stream some stuff. Do that. Yeah, fire a question away. Go for it, mate. Go for it. Super 77 and Fishman Moderns. Super 70. Who are the Super 77s by? Let's check. I think I know who they are by, but okay. Yeah. So what I would say, if you haven't heard Fishman Fluence at all before, right? It's like you can't compare them to other pickups in a lot of ways, because you get advantages of many different types of pickups. So for me, like initially when I first heard of Fishman, I knew they were like active. I knew they required batteries, but you kind of think like, oh, so they're an active sounding pickup, but they're more like they're powered, you know. They just require power because of the technology in them. And like for me, when I made the move to stop playing Fishman, you know, I was never anticipating, and I tried all pickups, and many pickups, and I was with a certain brand for many years, and all my guitars that I love, they all had these classic pickups in them, and I was never really like fussed about making the move to another brand of pickup, you know. And Fishman sent some pickups out. They left them on the I left them on the shelf for like months, literally like months. And it got to the point where I'd receive a message and it was like, "Hey, have you tried those pickups out? Interested to know what you think?" I'm like, "Oh, damn it." So eventually I took my guitar to my guitar tech. I was like, "Dude, just put these in there so I can shut these Fishman guys up, okay? And I'll send him a picture." And I was like, immediately, I'm sure he called me, because I was like, "Oh, how will they work? And are they all right?" And at this point, I don't think he'd tried the Fishman Fluence stuff at all. And he's like, "I think you're gonna like them." I'm like, okay, that's like a good start, you know, because my guitar tech, he knows exactly what I'm tuned to. He knows what I like, you know. And I remember he's like, "Oh, they're in." He calls me Larry, okay, as a joke, and I called him. He's not called Davey, and I'm not called Larry, but I call him Davey, and he calls me Larry. So he goes, "Larry, I think you're gonna like them." I goes, "Davey, that sounds good." So hey Troll, nice to see you. And then yeah, I got that guitar home and I plugged it into my rig, and my rig never sounded so good. But the thing about it was, it didn't sound like an active pickup. It just sounded like the best passive pickup that I'd ever heard, ever. And at the same time, I was getting this new thing in the playing where it was like detail, you know, in the gain. You know, detail and cleans, yes, you know, some pickups do that quite well. But like for me, suddenly I'm playing like riffs. And then all the notes, like I'm able to kind of articulate them all in chords and stuff, and that was a new thing. But the best thing for me about the whole switch to Fishman was sitting at home recording, which I was doing a lot back then. I'm still doing that all the time. When you're sitting in front of a computer tracking, there's no noise. It's so quiet, so you're not getting this like none of that. And when I went on a tour and stuff like that and played different events, even at NAMM shows and stuff like that, they're just so quiet, just very, very good. And that's really, really a big thing for me because I use a lot of splits, where a lot of other pickups, as soon as you go into that second or fourth pickups, they're just like magnets, just for noise, you know. So yeah, I mean, I know that kind of went off in a little bit of a tangent to your question, but the moderns are great, you know, really, really great pickups. And if you're interested in upgrading your guitar and pushing it to that next level, and you like that kind of modern sound, you know, tight, articulate, powerful, but still has all the dynamic range that you would want, get the moderns, you know. You'll love them. You'll love them. Troll, how are you doing, mate? It's good to see you. I've let it out the bag that there's a massive, massive sale on today. 90% off on a guitar course that I've just launched. Guitar Techniques 101. Tapping, legato, hybrid picking, heavy rhythm playing, which is another one. I didn't mention that one earlier. Pick slanting. There's 7 videos, 54 files, 54 videos. Yeah, I mean, if you're a member of School of McRock, you're going to get all this stuff. But if you're not a member and you just want to download the files, own the files forever, yeah, $299 down to $29. So we were laughing. I couldn't even shoot the promo video. I'm like, you know, I'm looking at Gareth and I'm like, this just sounds weird. Like, are you sure? And we were back and forwards on it the whole time. We did a similar thing a while back on another course, and it went absolutely crazy. But the feedback was amazing, so glad. But yeah, that's live now. McRocklin.com/sale. And if you have any questions, give me a shout on Instagram or Discord. They're probably the two easiest platforms to get me on. Oh man, I'm so glad that my finger has worked its way out. Because I was saying earlier, as soon as I joined the stream today, I'd done a bunch of stuff to just clearing out all the sort of bushes yesterday, the once a year kind of job. And I remember just, you know, like getting pricked. I mean, you can see probably here, like all the sort of scratches and stuff. Well, I had a bunch of those like stuck in my finger. And then today for the first time, I'm like sliding. I'm like, oh, that hurts a lot. That sets me up really well for a stream on Fishman's social channel. So it's all good though. It's all good. Yeah. And by the way, guys, if you have Fishman Fluence, well, that's going to be a little bit extra. I would definitely explore getting a 5-way super switch. You know, there's a couple of companies that do them. Fender's probably the biggest go-to. You know, if you came, you know, from like Onan and Ibanez RG and you're used to that 5-way super switch, and the default switch that you're going to switch to is going to be a 3-way. For me, get the Fender super switch. I have all my main guitars with the Fender 5-way switch. Super clicky. Clack, 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 clack. Love that because I'm hammering the switch all the time. So we've got those 2 and 4 splits. We still have the push-pull for that second profile. I actually have mine reversed. So I have the second profile as default and then the sort of first profile as the pull. And that gives me a little bit of a lesser output. And going back to Mr. Garcia's question earlier on pickups, the fact that you can have 2 or even more on some sets, different voicings, it's, for me, it's like literally having 2 different sets of pickups. Just so happens that I prefer one over the other, but there has been plenty of times when I'm recording And I'm like, that guitar tone's great, but I want something that is just pushing it a little bit more. I pull that up, instantly I can hear in the room, there's more bottom end, some more fuller sound. Like, who doesn't want that? Cammy B over on Twitch, hello mate, welcome. What's going down, Cammy B? We've got a guitar superstar with us. A man that needs no introduction. Your chat isn't coming through on the actual chat. Give it another spam there, Cammy B. We'll see if we can get your name in here. Yep. So I don't know why I can see you in the yeah, I can see Troll's chat. There we go. Cammy's showing up. Whew. Yeah, Cammy B's got some very, very tasty guitars in his collection. Yeah, mate. And also is no stranger to killer tones. It's funny, isn't it, how different people get to their tones, but I feel like people that are into tones and appreciate the difference, you know, like that will spend a little time dialing in and trying different things. You know, like Cammy's tone is like absolutely one of the best tones I've heard, but he goes about getting his tone in a fairly different way to like how I approach my tone. I have load boxes and valve amps and stuff like that, but a lot of the time for me I need to have like loads of different combinations of like tones on a switch. So like my main tones are very much relying on Neural DSP plugins, but I combine that with my favorite overdrive compressors and all these other effects to kind of just open all those options up, you know. Yeah, Cammy's got some unbelievable tones, really, really cool. Yeah. Not just the tones as well. I'm a big believer that the tone comes from these things, and feel, all of that stuff. Yeah, Cammy's got it all going on. So if you're watching on the Fishman YouTube channel or Facebook and you don't know who the hell I'm talking about, it's Cammy B. Instagram, just type Cammy B1 and you'll be in for a lovely treat, VNC Rockstar, I added the Super 5-way switch to my Tosin set and even found Korean-made push-pull. Okay. Right, I wasn't sure about the pot, but that's pretty damn cool. Yes, VNC, push-pull, you know, that's cool for like getting the splits and stuff, but I'm with you. Super 5-way switch every day. I just feel incomplete without that 2 and 4 position. You know, Tim Hutch, his guitar uses a 3-way switch and he's fine with it, you know, he's not like raking up and down, you know, going between those splits and normal tones. And a lot of the time his normal clean tone doesn't use a split, he just uses the actual humbucker, so that's fine. But like for me, I always like the contrast of like the super sparkly clean tones and the split with the gain stuff as well, where it gives us that bite, you know. So yeah, different things for different folks, but if you have Fishman Fluence, I would be very, very tempted to grab a Super 5-way switch. You know, the Fender one's great, but there's other options out there. Other options that I would always get, I mean, this guitar, PPK, well, it would be great, you know, if it had the Fishman chargeable battery pack. That's another option. If you're building a guitar, you're speccing a guitar out and you're on the fence, take it from me, just add that. Oh, it's a push-push. Oh, that's even cooler. I like the idea of a push-push VNC. That is even better, yeah. That's a good shout. Maybe you have to message me over on Discord with a link to one of those. That would be really, really cool. You can get there on McRocklin.com/Discord. Free, obviously great guitar community. Yeah, awesome guys. Well, listen, again, I'm right up to date on the chat. It's been really good catching up and hanging out, but if you have any questions about anything, Fishman Fluence pickups, my playing, my tones, the new course that we've just put the 90% discount on as an introductory offer. Let me know. Just added the ease to the pot. Okay. Push. Yeah, that sounds good. I might be tempted to get one of those for one of my guitars. I love trying things a little bit different. There's things like 5-way splits that I definitely, I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna change out of that. But yeah, that's interesting. And if you're joining late and you're unsure what we're talking about with the sale, any updates on the Loudon? That is a great shout, Troll. Just real quick, McRocklin.com/sale. That's where you can get this special offer. It's not available on my normal store. It's not available on School of McRock or anything. It's literally, this is only available on the /sale page. We haven't advertised it. We haven't made it live. It's live. You can order it. There's people been ordering it as we have been chatting here. But I haven't advertised it yet. It's gonna be about a couple of hours before we get to all of that stuff. So yeah, McRocklin.com/sale. $2.99 down to $29. $1.99 on backing tracks down to $9. That's probably gonna change this slightly, like $1.99 to $9. We'll see. But yeah, Troll, just real quick on that Loudon. I think it's looking like August time the guitar will be sent over to Fishman. I've re-spoke to Fishman because I understand it's been some time, but I'm really excited because like one thing that I'm really keen on doing is oh, thank you. The orders keep coming through. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited just to do one thing. Get the acoustic, this Loudon acoustic, over to Fishman, and they're gonna put one of their really cool preamp systems in it. And one thing I've just been really like, it's something that I've wanted to do for ages, and that's just do some looping stuff live. So I want to play some, chords, switch guitars, grab like a Delos, which has the HSS set, and just play over it, just and have a bunch of drum stuff queued up. So like the idea is, the guys in the chat, you can say, hey, let's try something in D minor that's got a funky vibe to it. I'll grab my acoustic, put a beat on, start building a track. I've got some Quad Cortex stuff that actually has some really cool bass sounds, and I'll grab the bass and we'll literally just in real time build these loops up and solo over them. So I'm really excited to do that. Oh, you had to go to YouTube for it? That's weird. Yeah, just typing it should work. Just I don't know. Yeah, it should work. Another question, could you tell us about your headless guitars? Sure. So the first headless guitar that I ever got was a Kiesel Osiris. And that was the guitar that it kind of solidified like, yes, this is the type of guitar that I want to play. It's the perfect, ergonomics, the feel, everything. It's not for everybody, for sure. But then, until I played headless, I didn't think it was me. I mean, I love my classic Ibanez headstocks. I'm like, they look great. Who doesn't love a good headstock? But it's funny when the feel and ergonomics, and like when you're sitting and tracking, and simple little things like, you will never bash the headstock off a table. It's just like, And when you're playing, it just feels to me like more of an extension as opposed to like this thing that you're kind of holding. It's a weird thing. Like the tables turn on the sort of view of them. For me, I actually really like the look of headless guitars. Just as much as a pretty guitar with a headstock. So it's a funny thing. But yeah, I have a lot of different headless guitars. Obviously Kiesel headless guitars. And yeah, it all started off with the Osiris, and then this is the second one I got, and then as they release different models, they kind of send them out, and they're really good to talk to. Great guys. So I got you, mate. I got you. Yeah, so you went to, okay, I've got you, mate. You like 7-string guitar? Now I want to, now I want to install Fishman pickups. Yeah, I mean, the thing is for me, headless guitars and Fishman Fluence, they kind of go hand in hand in a lot of ways, because they're both very forward thinking guitars, you know? Like headless guitars, I think are very, I mean, there's, you know, you can get a HD, which is like a Kiesel classic take on a classic guitar, and it's headless. So you get that, you know, modern classic sort of vibe. So there's no rules, but I feel like a lot of headless players, they're kind of more of a modern, progressive, you know, pushing things a little bit, you know, that's the general, you know, approach. Not everybody. Some people just want a really nice, comfortable guitar. But a lot of guys that I see playing headless, they want that really articulated sound. They want that detail, the definition. Fishman just gives you all of that and everything that you'd get from a really, really great passive classic sounding pickup. So they do kind of go hand in hand. So if you have a Strandberg already, I mean, I don't know about, you know, what's involved converting a Strandberg, but I've had some guitars where converting them from a passive pickup to a Fishman pickup that requires a power source like a PBK battery. It's not that big of a job. It's easy. Yeah, troll. The Zeus, it's a favorite, man. I've been trying to play the Osiris a little bit more because I think I really, really like the look of the Osiris, and I always have some really funky ideas about things that I could do with an Osiris. But like every time I pick up the Zeus, I'm like, damn, yeah. All right, cool. Listen, guys, we're gonna go and get this YouTube video live, get all these courses launched. Well, the crazy sale course, and thanks very much for hanging, everybody, today. The questions, I always enjoy hanging with you guys, and it's been fun. Another good session. And if you have any questions about, you know, that course and stuff, like I say, Discord is the easiest play, or message me on Instagram as well as another option. But yeah, I'll be live in like 3 and a bit hours from now, 3.5 hours on my Twitch channel. And again, if you have any more Fishman Fluence questions, obviously we talk about Fishman all the time over there. There's a lot of us on the Twitch side of things that have Fishman in our guitars. So plenty of people in the chat that can help out, and I'll be geeking out as well. So, thank you. I'm glad you like it, and thanks for hanging right to the very end. You guys are awesome. So have a great day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in a little bit over on my Twitch channel in a few hours. All right, take care for now, guys. Cheers. Bye. See you guys.